Hi, welcome back to Soul Insights with Gary and Jenny Lever. So the don't pay movement, I was trying to explain that there's a physical and emotional and spiritual component. So today we're just going to focus on the physical reality that we're all experiencing. So would you say at the moment, Gary, that we're in a bit of a financial crisis?
All around globally, yes.
Yeah. So the physical experience is many people are stressed around money.
Around the world.
Yeah, around the world. And one of the things that we'd had numerous phone calls and we helped people with was their debt. So this is kind of how this whole don't pay movement came out. And so what I was trying to explain is there's always two options. And depending on which one you pick.
Pay and
Don't pay. That's right. So let's put don't pay over here. And then over here we'll write pay. Now, depending on where you're at is how you get attracted to this movement. Are you coming from, well, I really need to pay, but I'm interested about this don't pay, or you hear the don't pay and you get excited. So, okay, if I'm getting excited about the don't pay, we're just going to split it one more time. The don't pay out of the energy of fear, of I can't pay, let me find some way to get out of this mess. So that's the energy of fear.
This is a guy that's lost his job.
Yep.
He's overstressed, he's got to feed his family.
Yep.
Doesn't have enough to pay his mortgage or his rent.
Yep. And he hears us say, don't pay movement. So he comes here from the energy of fear of, oh God, maybe they've got an answer. Well, we actually do have an answer, but it requires something else. It requires education. A willingness to learn a new way. Gary's passion is about studying the money games and money creation and how to get your personal freedom. And that's why we started studying some of this stuff.
So freedom here, is it?
Yeah, okay. So that can lead to freedom. So out of the don't pay education side, we're talking about learning how's money created, where does debt come from, what power position you may have in this situation. Now everybody's also different. So it's not a one fit all. It depends where you are in your journey, what strategy or technique that we could share would benefit you. So this might be, as Gary mentioned.
We're asking the man who's in fear at the moment to stop.
Just stop.
And look at this side.
Yeah. And also stop. And what can you do to ease the fear? And that's when I start getting into the emotional stuff.
But you know, when you've got high emotion, low intelligence,
absolutely,
you can't think of, at the moment, this poor man here can't even think what to do. Really.
Well, if he was working with us, one of the strategies we'd be talking about would be how to become calmer, how to become more centered and present. Whereas Gary might be more teaching over here the mind story of the creation of money, whereas I'm perhaps more into the emotional stuff.
More the female would do the meditation, looking at their emotions, and whereas men tend to look at facts and figures.
Okay, I'm going to ask you, as a man, why does that work for women and why wouldn't it work for him?
Good question. Is that a sign of weakness, maybe? We're supposed to be the household, the head of the household. You were supposed to have all the answers.
And
Well,
would it be?
you know, most men look at facts and figures.
Yeah.
Look at, you know, money owing, you know, and have no real answer. We've overspent.
Well,
The wife's gone out and spent it, you know, he wants to blame somebody else.
well, I just want to pick up something else Gary just said that may just go over your head. But when your emotion is high, intelligence is low, and we make poor decisions, we actually argue more, we have the stress go through the roof, you start having physical symptoms, you perhaps drink more, go to the bottle, whatever your vice is. So it would make sense maybe that both men and women learn how to be calmer and be more present and make better decisions. Would that make sense?
It would make sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
But when the wife feels threatened, does she then attack him?
Highly likely. I mean, we're reactive beings. The thing about the physical body is it's an electrical reaction machine. So when stress goes up and I feel bad, you tend to attack out, and the person who's closest to you is perhaps the one you attack. So we want to teach different strategies of how to manage.
I suppose at this point here, he's not in control.
No, he's not. He's not in control until he gets educated, understands who he is, and steps into empowerment, which is what we're talking about. I just want to go over here to this person because I want people to understand nobody's wrong. You're only reacting from your history, from what your tribe has taught you is right. If your family have always paid the bills on time and never missed a bill, and you miss a bill, then you may get that you've done something wrong. So over here, we want to divide it into as well. So some people pay out of fear. Oh, the government will come after me. I'll be a bad person. I have to pay. I'll have to do the right thing. It doesn't matter that governments and businesses and everything else are broke and aren't paying their bills, but somehow or other, us little worker bunnies have got to pay our bills out of the energy of fear. Whereas there's other people who pay
Is that low?
because they got the dollars. They've got something to lose. They may have an asset. They may have fully paid their home off, and they're coming from a space of, well, I've got the money, I'm going to pay, and I'm happy with paying. It doesn't matter which one is you, but it's about being consciously knowing which one is you.
Yes.
That's where I'm coming from.
Okay. So that sounds simple to me.
Yeah, great.
It's not, well, yeah, but
Yeah.
yours was, yesterday was more spiritual. Was I agree?
Excuse me, perhaps I go too quick, assuming people already understand
Don't
some
cough
things.
too loud, you think we got the virus. No, but, you know, yesterday was more spiritual. This makes a lot more sense.
Great.
So you obviously, from yesterday to today, you've gone home and thought about what I said.
That's right, I did.
So if you are, hopefully you can hear, with this here, it is making it simple to understand.
Yeah. And the fact that when somebody tells you something, it doesn't necessarily have to be a criticism. It can be, okay, well, if he truly thinks that and I trust him, then there must be a better way for me to do something. So I will share this one, and not long after, I'll share the first one just to get you to know the difference. And, you know, maybe some people will hear that, but we'll do step number 2, step number 3, which I've already put in the next video.
Yeah, well, this makes a lot of sense.
No, that's great.
And I think the spirituality could go to me.
Too far.
Obviously.
Well,
Spiritual's about change.
the next step is, why do we make the decisions we do? So that comes from, you know, the feelings and the emotions. So we might do that one tomorrow.
Yeah, perfect.
Beautiful. So thank you for coming and watching. We'd love you to share, comment. The more you watch these, the more you support us get it out to a bigger market. So there'll be a subscribe button. Please do that. If you want to contact Gary and I, we've got a don'tpaymovement.com page, which will have a space for you to make an appointment to have a chat with us. And we really would love to connect and help your life flow with far greater ease.
Oh, it sounds so simple.
It can be. See you soon. Bye for now.
Bye for now. That was